Good morning, my family, my Link family, and friends. I know you all been reading about when I wrote about my neighbor, Mary Ball, at 8 Sweetwater Court and Grace Cottrell at 7 Sweetwater Court called the city of Savannah and told the city of Savannah that I be shopping, listen to this now, that I be shopping and that I'm riding around with car tags that has expired since 2018. I send out pictures all the time to everyone, each of you know, and ones in my family and ones that's only that I send the pictures out to and friends know that I travel all the time across the world. Why would I ride around in another city, in another state, and my license plates not be valid? Racism at its best. Systematic racism because of the city of Savannah. They are steady coming around harassing me and know full well it's a lie. They already have looked into whether I have tags for my cars, and they already know. But because Grace Cottrell, and Mary Ball, my neighbors called, who would ever call and tell the city someone is shopping? Jealousy at its best live around me, and I had no idea. I've never, ever been in these two ladies' yards, used their phone. I don't even know anything about these ladies that I live around. And I've been living around one for 9 years, and I think the other one came in 2015. Mary Ball, the one living on the side of me. And the sad part is, they're calling the city saying all this about me, but they're forgetting to tell the city they are stealing my stickers off of my two Cadillacs. The city put a note up on my door last Wednesday and say, well, if you don't put the stickers on the cars because your tags have been expired since 2018. Okay, the city sent me out a paper with the tags expired since 2018. On last night, magically, now only magic could have done this. On my white Cadillac, the sticker that I paid $3,000 for after I raised so much sand yesterday with the police, magically went back onto my car. Magically. Jealousy and racism at its best. And the city of Savannah, systematic racism at its best. The city worker, the code enforcement lady, Jennifer Becknell, she went to Grace Cottrell and Mary Ball and told them, listen at this now. Now, Mary Ball renting her house, I own my house. Grace Cottrell still paying the mortgage. She told them, if y'all have any trouble out of her, let me know. How are they gonna have trouble out of me? No, you should have been dealing with them, with the mold, the spiders, and the roaches that was in the bushes, the mold on the house, and the spiders in the bushes. No, I have a problem with that. And the lake across the street, Grace Cottrell, roaches was crawling out of her yard. I throw mothballs around my house so they don't crawl into my yard. No, you should have had a problem with that mold being on that house. That's what you should have had a problem with. Because I ain't never dealt with Grace Cottrell or Mary Ball. And y'all know how I found out their name? Now, y'all don't laugh at me. I've looked up the addresses and I could send proof. And that's how I found their name out. 9 years I've been living across the street from Grace Cottrell. And about 5 years next to Mary Ball. and I never even knew their name. They knew my name. I know a couple of weeks ago, Mary Ball's husband brought my mail to my house. So I've been talking to my bank. I've been talking to Citibank and my credit card, I think Macy's, and maybe like a couple of doctor offices or something. Okay, her husband brought me my daughter's mail. Come to find out, I'm talking to these offices. They're asking me, Miss Teasley, do you still live at 6 Weekwater Court? And I'm like, yeah. They was like, well, we received messages that you don't live there no longer. 2 credit card companies and some doctor offices. He was opening my mail, calling my creditors, stating that I don't live there no more. This man works at Gulfstream Aerospace. I'm going to call Gulfstream and report to Gulfstream about him opening my mail and then calling my creditors and calling a couple of my like I say, my business places I deal with, and stating that I don't live there no more. I had to go through Citibank. I had to authenticate my account again, and Macy's too. I told the police about it yesterday. Oh, you don't have no proof they done it. Yes, I do have the proof they done it. He the one brought me my daughter's mail. What do you have my mail for anyway? Know what they've been doing for years? They've been opening up my mail, reading them, and what they do, they'll seal it back up. Then they'll stick some of it back in the box. It's just sad that in 2021, this is what we still going through. So yesterday I called the police out, and I made I was on the radio last night, and I told everybody we better learn how to stand together as a unit. It doesn't matter. It's not standing against no certain race of people. I mean everybody. We need to stand together. That's the only way we're going to stop these calls. I am so embarrassed to even say that these ladies called the city and said I was shopping. That's jealousy at its worst. I wouldn't ever call and say anything to the city concerning no one, especially about no shopping. Now, if something wrong and it's dealing with my property, sure, I'm going to say something, because you're not going to have the value of my house down because you want to live all kinds of ways. I'm going to say something. But for you to call and say I'm shopping, and then for you and the code inspector lady, Jenny Becknall, to steal, you meaning my neighbors, and it's, like I said, the code inspector lady, Jenny Becknall, to steal my tags off my car, and then magically, after I fussed and raised sand yesterday about my tags missing, magically the 2020 on the white Cadillac came back. Y'all, I paid $3,000 for that tag. I paid $3,000 for my tag. You know, we got to pray. We got to continue to look to God. And then when the police come out yesterday, I called the police out. They seen the police coming to my house. The lady thought first it was a code inspector. She told me, well, when you get through Grace Cottrell, can you come over here? So I say, this is not a code inspector. This is a police officer. Because it was in like a code inspector car. Racism. Why you asking the police to come talk to you when you know good and well you stealing my stickers off my car? You and Mary Ball. So, because my attorney told me to get a statement, put a statement into the police and turn it over to them. Everybody, be careful. Be careful. Racism was at its best on yesterday. And they called the police. And when they called the police was coming around here, like, because I'm the black one. I was the problem. So I stood my ground and I told them, I'm not afraid of the police. And I'm not afraid of the police because they have a job to do and I have to protect myself. I was on the phone with my attorney when the police came up to me and he was acting like I did something to them. No, what they're doing, they're going on my vehicles. They're stealing my tags off, my stickers off, my vehicle, and calling code enforcement, lying, saying that I never bought them. But he was trying to find a way to make it about me besides making it about what was really going on. About I'm upset about you stole a $3,000 sticker off my car and another sticker off my other Cadillac. And then called and lied and said that I'm riding around without no stickers. Like I said in the beginning, I go all over the world. Why would I ever do that? We got to pray, y'all. We can't think because we done got the power of voting down pat that we got to stop voting. We got to vote. We got to speak. We got to call racism out. We got to do it. When you call the police on a white person in Savannah, the police, because the sergeant that came to my house yesterday, he was very kind. Some will make it about you and know these people racist and know they did it. Some will make it about you. The police officer that was out here yesterday, he was trying to make it like I did something to them. How I did something to them when I'm calling the police about my tags missing off my car. And if they didn't do it, then why you calling the police as well? For what? I ain't never ever been in neither one of them yard, like I say, 9 years. I never been to no function around here on this street. I only speak to everybody. When I walk, I only make a right. I don't go to my left and I don't cross the street over to my right. Never ever have been there. I asked her Friday, I asked her, I say, did you call the city and say that I'm shopping and not riding around the car tags? The only business that should have been was the police owned. If you stealing them off, then how do you know that it's been since 2018? And like I say last night, when they seen I was fussing so bad about my tags, they went and snuck and put the 2020 tag back onto the car. You in my yard touching my stuff, and the police coming around here talking about why I asked you something, why you ain't addressing, did you get that lady's stuff off her car? They always try to make it like we a problem. Why am I arguing? Why? Because these two stole my stickers off of my Cadillacs. Then called the city, and that's why I say systematic racism, and told the city a big lie, and the city have found out that I did purchase the stickers. Just anything to harass somebody black. I believe the homeowner association at Sweetwater Station is pushing these two racist people to come into my yard and onto my property, messing with my stuff. Why, I don't know. Found out Mary Ball on the side of me, I know. It's jealousy. You renting somebody's house at 8 Sweetwater Court and you causing havoc with somebody that own their house. If you stop looking at my property and looking at my cars and stop looking and paying attention to what I'm doing, maybe you could be a homeowner. Y'all, we can't worry about these types of people. They have cross eyes. Whatever I got, God gave it to me. I didn't accumulate it or accomplish it on my own. If they learn to pray and talk to God, they could be in the same predicament I'm in, where I don't owe a mortgage. And better yet, I have had a mortgage. One across the street, 8 Sweet Grace Cottrell owe a mortgage. Mary Ball ain't never had a mortgage. But if you keep your eyes out of my yard and keep your eyes off of my house, then maybe you'll own your house. And Grace Control, I guess, because I'm living in a split level house and she living in a single level house. Keep your eyes on your prize. Keep your eyes on your prize. Because my eyes don't be on your prize. And y'all know how I found out their name. You know how I found out? I had to look the addresses up. I've been here 9 years, y'all. And I don't know but two to three neighbor names on my street. Everybody else, I cannot tell you. I don't know. I have no clue. Watch your neighbors. That stuff at the Capitol, it ain't just happen at the Capitol. Sometimes you be living right by the Capitol and you don't even know it. I was living by the Capitol, y'all. The riots is at the Capitol. The one across the street at 7 Sweetwater, she quiet with hers. She the one wearing the Klan mask. And the one next door, she the one doing the action. The stealing, her and her husband, stealing my mail, calling my creditors, telling my creditors that I no longer live at my address anymore. Then he'll bring me my children mail and you calling my creditors. Macy's and Citibank will tell you that I had to revalidate my account and say that I still live at my address. Watch what's going on around you. See, I'm the type of person, and everybody always tell me, you're not aware of your surroundings. I'm really not, because I'm this type of person. I don't pay attention to what you got. I only pay attention to what God has granted to my life. What your prizes is in life does not concern me at all. I'm only concerned about my prizes. I called my attorney yesterday. My attorney was on the phone. Like I say, the police officer tried to make it about me when I was explaining to him. And this is what got to stop. You got to stop trying to make it about somebody black when somebody white is wrong. Or even if it's somebody black and somebody black and they wrong. Have it go. You got to stop making it about. You need to learn to address the problems. This is what happened at the Capitol. Them people that live next to me, they beat the police. They don't love the police. The police, like me and the sergeant was talking about, we had a good conversation. Like we was talking about yesterday. And like he said, everything need to be fair. Everything need to be the same. When you come at one, you need to talk to both. You don't need to just attack one person because you the same colors, you white, and I'm black. You don't need to attack me. You need to attack the situation and get it straightened out in Jesus' name. That's how you solve problems. Y'all know me. I got on the radio last night and I told them, the neighbors in Sweetwater Station, you best to watch them. I believe the lady next to me was at the Capitol. I believe it because of how she act. But like I told her on Friday, you will not come here at my house. You will not dictate. You will not order. You won't do nothing that I done paid my money for. And like I had put in the link page Friday, if you want my house, by all means, the city of Savannah just need an HOA or whoever need to purchase it. Because I don't have to live in Savannah. Savannah is a good city. The mayor, and I'm giving all the best to the city councilman, Alicia Blakely, Keisha Cole, Keisha Gibbs Carter, Miss Shabazz, them all the ladies, and Miss Bryant, they're doing their part by their community. They are. Stop thinking we can relax. We can breathe a sigh of relief, but it ain't never time to relax. Watch what's going on. It was my mistake. I mentioned earlier. I don't pay attention, but I'm on to it now, and I got my lawyer on to it as of this morning when she called me back, and she was on it yesterday. Because when I was talking to the police yesterday, the police will tell you she was on the phone with her attorney, and I was letting my attorney hear how he was trying to come over and attack me. And I said, "You heard him?" She said, "I got it." And my attorney, I respect them. They would not hang up the phone until he changed his tone with me. They did not. They sat on that phone with me. We got the lawyer up. If you're going to push out your racism, that's fine. If these cities are going to do systematic racism, that's fine. I love my lawyer. I love him. Because I be ready for stuff just like that. Because you ain't going to make it about me and try to protect ones do wrong to me. First of all, you don't have no business onto my property. Talking about some, she gave them permission. No, you don't give no code enforcement person permission. Yeah, y'all gave yourselves permission. Mary Ball, Grace Cottrell, and Jenny Becknall, y'all gave yourself permission to go onto my cars and walk onto my properties and steal my car tags. That's what y'all gave yourself permission to do. Then the city, the lady work at the city, you told them to call it in like I ain't never bought no tags. Systematic racism at its best. Jealousy at its worst. If we just wait on God. If we just wait on God. God is the God of everything. He's going to give you what belongs to you. But you can't be jealous or have cross eyes and look at somebody else's yard. Pay attention to your yard. Again, I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. Y'all know why. I was paying attention to what God gave me. Y'all know I'm happy for anybody. Because I'm that type of genuine person. And you know what? What made me smile? Because an older lady named Miss Terry, she said it. And the police officer the sergeant said it as well. If you see them hurt in the streets or see them wrecked or anything happen to them, they don't even know you. You don't want to help them. But y'all know what? I sure will. Because I preach to y'all as I have to preach to myself. Forgiveness is the way. Unforgiveness in life, you shall pay. Forgiveness is the way. I forgive them. I forgive the city lady. I forgive Grace Cottrell. I forgive Mary Ball. And I told her that on Friday. But just because I forgive you, don't mean you're going to regulate or dictate at this address. Because you're not. If it ain't the city police, or the county police, or the sheriffs, or the courts, you don't own nothing or dictate nothing here. Let the police knock on my door and have a conversation with me. If you really, really think that I was riding, y'all know I wasn't doing that. Riding around. Y'all listen to it. Riding around shopping. How you know I'm shopping in the whole pandemic? How you know that? I be riding, y'all. I packed the Cadillac trucks down. They been watching. Keep your eyes on your own prize. You'll be able to, first of all, 8 Sweetwater Court, buy you a house and a Escalade or whatever, Cadillac, I don't care, I don't know. You might be able to buy you a house and pack your Cadillacs down. I own 3, I got a Charger too. I got 3 cars, 2 Cadillacs and a Charger. You might be able to pack a Charger down. You might be able to pack a XTS down. You might be able to pack an Escalade down if you keep your eyes on your own prize. If the one across the street keep eyes on your own prize, you'll have 2 or 3 cars yourself. You'll have 2 or 3 cars yourself. Put your eyes in this yard. I don't even know what kind of car. Y'all better stop. I don't pay attention to people's stuff so much. Be honest with y'all. I don't even know what kind of car they got. And I really don't care. Because why? I be looking and smiling at what God got for Kim. Y'all don't let nobody discourage you. When all this kind of stuff go on, I know we winning. Because if I wasn't winning, you wouldn't pay no attention to me packing the Cadillacs down, packing the Charger down, riding around town. I can still crank up. I ain't even got no husband no more. My husband passed 7 years ago. I'm good. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm going to stay good. Because Christ is good. Y'all keep him first. And y'all have somebody calling the city on y'all saying, y'all packing the Cadillacs down. Y'all packing the Charger down. Shopping. I'm good. And if they know Christ, or even tried to learn him, and keep their eyes on their own prize, even the city lady, you'll be good. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Another time. Bye.